Today's reading is Krampus, an entry from the Monster Encyclopedia book series. Black beastmen with a terrifying appearance that inhabit snowy lands, despite normally dwelling deep within desolate, snowy mountains. As the special day of the winter season approaches, they become very active and start to appear even in other places seeking human men, traveling by means unknown. That's why instead of the men they prey upon encountering them in the snowy mountains, in most cases it happens in places like faraway cities. They may even suddenly appear at the home of their particular prey. Their disposition is ferocious, as their looks would suggest, and their speech and behavior are very violent. They pin down their prey with their powerful bodies and violate them. On the other hand, they are crafty and contemplative, so even when they've locked their sights on the man who will be their prey, it is said that they will always carefully prepare and keep waiting for when the special day eventually comes to get their hands on their prey, for sure, instead of just attacking immediately. Thus, generally speaking, a Krampus will be wild with lust when she first appears before her prey. When sex happens, the prey will be dealt pleasure so intense that it's violent, and be mercilessly milked of essence like he's being devoured by a beast. But in actuality, the source of their bestial lust driving them is their excessive desire to service the men they fancy. Perhaps you would never imagine it from their ferocity, but they're extremely devoted race who take joy in obediently supporting their husbands. And when they discover their husband-to-be, they burn with a strong desire to service him. But they will wait. As they wait for the arrival of the special day to be joined with him, it only swells ever greater. When the moment that they have been anxiously waiting for is finally at hand, they appear before their prey. The desire, which has been swelling up day after day, must be insufferable, as they will give in to the urges and launch an assault to offer him devotion. In other words, the more they think about how much they love their husband-to-be and want to service him, the greater their ferocity grows until, boom. As a result, when they perform oral service intent on providing enjoyment and satisfaction to their husband, it is like a beast seeking their teeth into his manhood, I have to cringe at that, and going on a feeding frenzy. And when they offer their body and chastity to their husband for the sake of getting impregnated with his child, the sex is like copulating with a beast in estrus, or mating season, as they ravage their mate by straddling him and slamming their hips into his wildly. In this manner, even though it is provided violently, it doesn't change the fact that it is still service. Contrary to how it looks like being devoured, instead of pleasantly sweet pleasure and ejaculation rendering their prey's body and heart unable to resist them. Furthermore, the special day is a date set by the girls themselves as the day appropriate for offering all of their body and soul, which is the important bit, to their husband or husband-to-be. In most cases, the day chosen is a day with special meaning to their male prey, such as a birthday or holiday that's important to many people, such as the Chief God's Festival, which takes place during the winter season, and so on. Effectively this world's version of Christmas. And they make many preparations for that day. Not only do they prepare to go and marry their husband, the most violent way possible, there are also cases when they will make arrangements to welcome their husband into their own lair. With the arrival of winter, Krampuses can be seen stuffing their prey into sacks and hauling them away on their shoulders. After such an abduction, they always roll out the red carpet for their prey, without exception, in the warm room where they provide a fancy dinner that they have prepared, as well as a pleasure of such intensity that it can be considered violent. Additionally, the aggressive nature of their devotion affects more than just sex. For instance, there are many tales left behind of the sort, which concern men who you would be hard-pressed to call them good people, being abducted by Krampuses only to finally make a surprising return years later as fine, upstanding men of fine character, alongside their kidnappers, now turned wives, leaving people to wonder what on bloody earth had happened in the meantime. Hence, depending on the region, Krampuses have been come to be told as monstrosities who have come to punish the bad children, but only during the winter holidays.